Think you know everything about motorcycles? Prepare to have your mind blown. We're busting 13 widespread myths in the biking world that could be affecting your ride more than you realize. From engine warm-ups to tire break-ins, these misconceptions might be costing you money, compromising your safety, and holding back your riding skills. Ever wondered if that old trick you've always used is actually hurting your bike? Get ready for a myth-busting journey through the world of motorcycles. We'll tackle each myth one by one, revealing the truth behind these common beliefs. Stick around, because number 7 might just save your life. The crash landing myth. Why laying down your bike is a bad idea. Picture this. You're cruising down the highway when a car suddenly cuts you off. A collision seems imminent. The old myth says, lay it down to save yourself. But that's exactly what you shouldn't do. Motorcycle crashes differ from car accidents. Bikes have a lower center of gravity, allowing for better maneuverability. This means you can often avoid a crash by keeping your wheels on the ground. Modern motorcycles boast impressive braking systems, giving you more stopping power and control than ever before. In a sticky situation, brake hard and keep that bike upright. It might seem counterintuitive, but it's your best bet for reducing impact speed and possibly dodging the obstacle entirely. Crash test data supports this. Staying vertical gives you a better chance to avoid serious injury. Your bike's design and braking power are your allies in these critical moments. The cold hard truth about warm-ups. You might think that you're doing your bike a favor by letting it warm up for ages on a cold morning. But that 10-minute ritual is actually harming your ride. Let's rev up some truth about engine warm-ups. Modern fuel-injected motorcycles are built differently than their carbureted ancestors. They're designed to warm up best under light load. Starting the bike, letting it idle for 30 seconds to a minute, and then riding off gently is optimal. Long warm-ups don't extend engine life. They waste fuel and increase carbon buildup. It's like forcing your bike to run a marathon before stretching. You might worry about cold starts causing extra wear. While studies show increased wear during cold starts, modern motorcycles handle these conditions much better than older models. The evolution in engine technology has made long warm-ups a thing of the past. The deafening lie, loud pipes and safety. Ever wonder why some riders swear by ear-splitting exhausts? Picture this. You're cruising down the highway, confident your loud pipes are keeping you safe. But here's the shocker. They might be putting you in more danger. Most of that noise is going backward, away from the cars in front of you. So when a driver's about to merge into your lane, they likely won't hear you coming. Modern cars are like rolling soundproof booths. Between music, GPS, and phone calls, drivers are in their own little world. Your loud pipes are just background noise to them. What really keeps you safe? It's not about being heard, it's about being seen. Traffic safety experts say proper lane positioning, defensive riding, and high visibility gear are your real lifesavers. These strategies make you more visible and predictable to other drivers, which is way more effective than trying to blast your way to safety. Size matters? The big engine myth busted. Now that we've cleared the air on safety myths, let's rev up for a speed showdown. Can you guess which bike will cross the finish line first? The hulking 1800cc Cruiser or the nimble 600cc Sportster? The answer might surprise you. Bigger engines don't always mean faster bikes. It's like thinking the biggest guy at the gym can outrun Usain Bolt. In motorcycles, the power-to-weight ratio is key. This crucial number determines how quickly a bike can accelerate. Let's look at some real-world numbers. A 600cc sport bike hits 60 miles per hour in about 3.5 seconds, while an 1800cc Cruiser takes around 5 seconds. The smaller bike leaves the big boy in the dust. In a quarter-mile drag, the sport bike finishes in about 11 seconds, the Cruiser in 13. Top speed. Many sport bikes exceed 160 miles per hour, while most cruisers max out at around 120 to 130 miles per hour. It's about the whole package. Weight, aerodynamics, and engine tuning all play crucial roles. The premium fuel fallacy. Let's bust another misconception costing riders at the pump. Premium gas isn't always best for your motorcycle. High-octane fuel isn't about quality or power, it's about knock resistance. Unless your manual specifies premium, you're likely wasting money. Are you guilty of believing any of these myths? Or maybe you've heard an even crazier one. Drop a comment below and let's debunk them together. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps get this video to more riders like you. Modern bikes have knock sensors that adjust engine performance based on fuel. Think of them as tiny fuel sommeliers, optimizing your engine's taste for whatever's in the tank. Even with regular instead of premium, your bike's computer adapts with minimal power loss. Studies show negligible fuel consumption differences between regular and premium in bikes designed for regular gas. Your motorcycle's manufacturer knows what's best. Stick to their recommendations for optimal performance and savings. Remember, using lower octane than recommended can cause engine knocking, but going higher is unnecessary. Your bike's manual has the final say on what fuel to use. The short ride risk. Why skipping gear is never okay. Think a quick trip to the store isn't worth gearing up? Let me tell you about Mike, who thought the same until his quick milk run ended with a broken collarbone and a road rash. Most motorcycle crashes happen close to home at low speeds, and the consequences can be severe. At 30 miles per hour, you're still looking at injuries that could change your life. The ground is just as hard at 20 miles per hour as it is at 80. Emergency medical pros have seen it all. Many riders think short trips are a free pass to ditch the gear, but studies show protective gear significantly reduces injury severity, especially in those low-speed crashes where riders often feel invincible. The solution? Gear up. Every time. No exceptions. We'll talk about a minimal gear setup that'll keep you protected without turning every quick errand into a lengthy suiting up session. The endless chain. Why your lube job won't last forever. Let's talk about that chain you just lubed last month. You might think it's good for the season, but that's a dangerous assumption that could leave you stranded, or worse. Chain lube is the lifeblood of your motorcycle's drivetrain. It wears off faster than you think, especially when battling the elements. Rain, dirt, and high-speed riding conspire against your chain's lubrication. When that lube disappears, you're facing excess wear, stiff links, and potentially catastrophic failure. Experts recommend reapplying chain lube every 300 to 600 miles, or after riding in the rain. Different types of chains have varying needs. O-ring and X-ring chains hold lubrication longer, but still need regular attention. Here's your optimal chain care routine. 1. Quick visual inspection before each ride. 2. Weekly thorough cleaning and lubrication. 3. Use proper motorcycle chain cleaner. And 4. Apply quality chain lube designed for your specific chain type. This routine keeps you rolling smoothly and safely. The engine brake breakdown. Debunking the damage myth. You've mastered chain care, but what about mastering your bike's built-in braking system? Engine braking can revolutionize your riding technique, and it's not harmful to your motorcycle. In fact, it reduces wear on your actual brakes. Your bike is designed to handle the forces of slowing down when you roll off the throttle or downshift. Professional racers use engine braking all the time to maintain control while entering corners. It's a skill that can seriously up your riding game. Imagine approaching a tight turn on a winding road. You smoothly roll off the throttle and downshift, allowing the engine to slow you down. You enter the corner with precision and control. The real danger comes from aggressive downshifting and dumping the clutch too fast. Smooth, controlled engine braking is your friend. Motorcycle manufacturers build their bikes with engine braking in mind. It's a standard part of safe riding and control, not a taboo practice. The 2-foot Tango. Why double footing at stops is a misstep. Speaking of control, there's a technique many riders use at every stop that actually reduces their stability. Are you making this rookie mistake without realizing it? When you roll up to a stop sign, do you instinctively put both feet down? It might feel safer, but you're actually setting yourself up for instability. Your motorcycle is already stable when you brake properly. By putting both feet down, you're just complicating things, like trying to balance on a wobbly stool. The pro move? Keep one foot on the rear brake and plant just one foot on the ground. This maintains control and readiness for a smooth takeoff. Riders who mastered this method report feeling more in control and ready to react quickly to potential hazards. Expert instructors emphasize that balance at low speeds comes from proper braking, not foot placement. The 1-foot method allows for quicker reaction times and keeps you prepared to accelerate if needed, enhancing your overall safety. The neutral nonsense. Why shifting won't save you gas. Think you're being smart by shifting to neutral at every stoplight? Well, hold on to your handlebars because this fuel-saving trick might be burning through more than just gas. Let's rev up the truth about this common misconception. Modern motorcycle engines idle efficiently in gear or neutral, with negligible fuel consumption difference. However, constant shifting at stops can harm your bike. This frequent clutch engagement leads to premature wear, potentially costing more in repairs than any fuel savings. Motorcycle manufacturers recommend staying in gear while stopped, unless facing an unusually long wait. Remaining in first gear allows for quicker response times in emergency situations. The real way to save fuel on your bike? It's all about smooth riding, proper maintenance, and smart route planning. These strategies will keep both your wallet and your motorcycle running smoothly for the long haul. The braking balance blunder. Unequal truths about your stoppers. Let's dive into the physics of motorcycle braking and debunk a dangerous myth. Forget the 50-50 braking rule. It's putting you at risk. When you squeeze those levers, your bike's weight shifts forward, dramatically increasing the load on your front tire. This weight transfer is key. Your front brake provides 70% to 90% of your total stopping power. Think of your brakes as a finely tuned orchestra, with the front brake as the lead instrument. The rear brake, while not useless, can increase stopping distance if overused. As weight shifts forward, the rear wheel becomes lighter and prone to locking up. However, it still plays a crucial role in stability, especially during low-speed maneuvers. The optimal technique? Master front brake modulation. Smoothly apply increasing pressure to the front lever, taking advantage of weight transfer without risking a skid. Use the rear brake lightly for added stability. This approach gives you shorter stopping distances and better control in emergencies. The tire break-in breakdown. Why speed isn't the answer. Speaking of control, there's another crucial factor that keeps your bike glued to the road. But the common wisdom about prepping new tires could be putting you on a collision course with disaster. Let's talk about why the fast cornering break-in method might not be the grippy solution you think it is. New tires come with a slick coating from manufacturing. Many riders think aggressive riding is the solution, but that's actually a recipe for disaster. Just ask Tom, a seasoned rider who learned the hard way on a mountain pass. The smart way to break in your tires? Take it easy. Ride normally for the first 100 miles, gradually increasing your lean angle. This allows the tire surface to develop the microtexture that gives you optimal grip. Studies show this gradual approach leads to better handling and performance, ensuring you're ready when you really need to push it. The 3,000-mile oil change myth. Don't get sucked dry. Now that we've got your tires sorted, let's talk about another vital fluid in your bike. Think you're being diligent with oil changes? Well, you might be overdoing it. The old 3,000-mile rule is as outdated as your two-stroke engine in a modern race. Now here's the shocker. Many modern motorcycles can go 5,000 to 8,000 miles between oil changes. That's double the old standard. Why? Well, it's all about advancements in oil technology and engine design. Today's full synthetic oils are like superheroes for your engine, withstanding higher temperatures and resisting breakdown better than ever before. Let's compare. Old recommendation, 3,000 miles. New recommendation, up to 8,000 miles. That's a massive difference. So what's the real indicator for when your bike needs fresh oil? It's not about hitting a magic number on your odometer. Check your owner's manual for the most accurate oil change intervals. You'll likely find that you can ride longer and save some cash without compromising your engine's health. Let's recap some of the key myths that we've busted before looking to the future of motorcycle safety. Emerging technologies like advanced traction control and ABS systems are creating new misconceptions. These innovations are impressive, but they're not foolproof. Some riders might push their limits, thinking these systems make them invincible. Now that's a dangerous assumption. Remember, no tech can replace good riding skills and common sense. Keep questioning what you hear about bikes, especially regarding cutting-edge gadgets. Challenge yourself to debunk the myths you've encountered. Share this video with your riding buddies and spark some conversations about safety. Let's spread knowledge and keep each other safe out there. Ride smart, stay vigilant, and never stop learning. Now that we've exposed these 13 motorcycle myths, don't stop here. And if you love motorcycles as much as we do, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a ride with us. Stay safe, ride smart, and we'll see you in the next one.